We were watching the players in warm-up. They certainly looked pretty fresh, didn't they, Keon, after the weekend's play? You never know when they've only got a few days between games to recover how they're going to do, but we both thought they looked pretty fresh, didn't we?
They looked fresh, they looked lively when they were warming up, and they looked like they were ready to go, and they were excited to play, which, when you just played a game a few days ago, always a good sign.
It is a good sign. It's that, of course, early season energy, which is always easy to get. As the season goes on, that gets a little harder to keep it up and sustain it, but right now we're in good shape. So, Chattanooga getting us off, and we're started off at 7:35 tonight, so here we go. Those of you who watched last year remember that we had a friendly with Asheville in the Brewers Cup at the end of the season, and Asheville came off second best in that one. So I think they're looking to get revenge on that. So it should be a close game tonight. We certainly saw Asheville got a lot of new players, and players from all over the world, not just the States, but a lot from England. And they got some from France, Germany, Trinidad and Tobago, and Brazil. So quite a mixture there. So again, like Chattanooga, I see they've gone with the international model and to get the best players they possibly can on the squad. So I think that's going to make it a well match. It's going to be hard to pick out a winner. Both teams won at the weekend, so hard to say, which way it's going to go tonight. So all the more reason to stay glued to the TV. Asheville trying to get the early cross in, but nothing coming out of that. They actually played on when it should have been a throw-in.
Do you think it's advantageous to have players from all over the world, like both of these teams do?
I think it adds a lot of international flavour to the team and brings different skills from different countries. It's certainly good to blend the teams, because soccer's an international game, and you can't just restrict yourself to looking at players from one area. So bringing them in from other countries, or the students who are at college in the USA, then yeah, why not? It brings more variety and can bring more depth to the team. It certainly worked well for Chattanooga. Asheville getting the first corner, but a bit long there, and a little unstructured in that one. Not really aiming at anybody.
Right.
So,
but like you said, soccer's an international game. Is it hard to blend a lot of different styles, because it is played differently all over the world too?
It is. I mean, it's certainly more physical in Latin America and more technical in Italy and Spain. So I think it's good. Each player brings certain skills, and they learn too. But they add something. Other players copy each other's skills and learn that way too. So I think it's good to mix it up. It shows, gives you the interest with the World Cup round the corner. It's good to see players from the teams that are going to be playing in the World Cup in the different nations. It's good to actually meet them face to face. Gives you an idea of what's going on. Asheville having the best possession so far, trying to push Chattanooga FC back. Hernandez trying to set the strikers free, but nothing coming there for Luke Winter. But Asheville pressing quite firmly in the first few minutes.
And I wonder how much of that has contributed to their early success when you just look at how effective they've looked so far.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it. It's certainly a different squad from last year, so you can't take last year's form as a basis. In fact, most of the NPSL teams do change players a lot. So you can have one good season and the next one not so good, and vice versa. So, and again, that's a good cross in the number 9 there, but it didn't come to anything. That's Elman Nafor. Am I saying that one right?
Elman Nafor.
Nafor, okay. So he got the cross in, got into space, but no one there for it. So Chattanooga looking to get away from that far. Zeka fighting for the ball. Pierre Bouquet also being taken off the ball. Seeing a lot of physical play right now. Luke Winter, a bit of rust there. He didn't get the pass to go where he wanted it to go. I know he's frustrated by that.
It is tough. We've seen it on both sides where there have been pretty good passes and they're just not on the same page.
Right, and that's that communication thing. We discussed that during the Knoxville game, the men's game certainly. I don't know if the women had that problem, but the men had a bit of a communication breakdown a few times. Saw a new Aztec drawing a foul there. Looks like Nafor got a knock. But referee's calling the foul, but no card. So, free kick to Asheville, quite a dangerous place, just 20 yards out. I'm sure this is one of those free kicks they practice a lot when they are training. So let's see what they're going to do. If they're going to go short, long. Got the overlap running. Nope, going straight at the goal. Too high though. Does give Nick Croucher a whole lot of problems there. He's able to just watch that one go.
Shot with a lot of confidence though. I mean, I think they expected to make that one.
Right. Again, the long ball from Asheville, but Croucher up to Nafor chasing in. You're going to have to keep an eye on him. He seems to be like he's keen to get on the score sheet tonight. Good long ball there. Juan Sanchez chasing down the wing for it. Asheville forced to push out for a throw.
So this is the first time we'll get to see Chattanooga in the attacking third here.
And a little bit too much give and go there, and it goes out. They called a free kick. Yeah, a bit too much pushing and shoving there.
Like you said, we're going to have to watch this right side over here where Alma Nafor is.
Right.
He seems to be involved in a lot of Asheville plays.
He does, doesn't he? The other ones I was going to watch out for was Andrade and Burmeister, because they got goals too in the defeat of the Atlanta Silverbacks at their last home game. I want to see if they've got, they're going to surprise us too. So, but yeah, Nafor wants to make a mark. Sanchez and Bouquet running the overlap. Bouquet trying to duck and dive, keep the ball in play. Asheville coming away with the ball. Good defending there.
Looks like we're going quite a bit back and forth here at midfield.
There is a bit of that. It's that early gameplay where there's trying to find that gap and called an offside there. Oh,
that one was close.
Yao Costa called on the offside. Looked close to me too. Again, we'll see how much of a difference the linesmen play in this game. If they cause a lot of offsides or don't see a lot of offsides.
It's anybody's guess until we get going.
Well, it is. Asheville trying to get moving here. That went out too. A little bit too close to the byline there. Dominic Boland letting it get away from him. Steal from Sanchez, but goes in front of Burmeister. Not able to make anything out of it though. Hernandez trying to come through, but again, Asheville playing that long ball. They're relying on that quite a lot, aren't they?
They are, and they're pretty successful with it.
They are.
Too.
They're trying to set the ball and Burmeister off the strike. Just simply bypassing the midfield by hoofing it deep for them.
Coach Elliott looks like he's having a word with Sanchez.
He is. Sanchez over the free kick. Just for everybody in the box for this one. Goes deep. No one makes contact, and Asheville able to push it away for a throw-in.
It's well defended there.
It was. And then for the long throw, deep into the box to Winter. Asheville clearing it. Still not gone. Now they've got it away. Chattanooga defence able to handle that. Enciano back to Lima. Lima putting it way across the box. Trying to find Sanchez and deflects off him for a goal kick to Asheville. Bit more pressure there from Chattanooga. Not really getting too close to the goal, but at least putting some pressure on Asheville in return for their early pressure. 10 minutes into the first half, but no score yet. Both teams still trying to get that shot on goal, but nothing yet. Still early days though, lots of soccer to come, as you can tell.
It looks like we've got a really good turnout so far.
Yeah, people are still coming in too, which is good for a midweek game. Chattanooga going for the long throw deep into the corner here. See if they can find somebody in the box unmarked. Headed on, Sanchez trying to get, Hernandez getting the ball, fouling, and the referee calling a foul against Chattanooga.
We're off to a pretty physical start here.
We are, aren't we? Both sides have been physical tonight. I haven't seen that as much this season. This is the first game where it has been physical. I know we play the Silverbacks and we play New Orleans. It'll be more physical in those games. But this is the first one they've had to start using a bit of muscle. Burmeister with the ball, trying to set the 4-3. Again, Croucher comes up and gathers the ball safely.
It's pretty well defended again by Chattanooga.
It is. They got the 4 at the back, and that seems to be working pretty well. This 4 at the back have gelled well too. I'm pleased to see them playing again. They kind of got it going from the first part of the season in those friendly games. Referee getting in the way of Valenciano there. But Costa free, trying to get space to get the shot in. Muscled away by Noel and gets space away from number 5. Ritter flicks it on, but Asheville clear it. Good move from Costa there, really like a little fish trying to get away from his defender.
Yeah, it looked like he was dispossessed for a second and then he got back on the ball.
He did. He was under Luke Matthews, who's much taller than him too. A mid-air collision there. But Valenciano got a knock. I think he's getting up. Let's have a look.
It looks like he knocked heads with it in 4. And in 4 is going to run away here.
Yeah, he's always away. We were talking about that before. It was broken, and there's a challenge and on the edge of the box. What's the referee doing? A free kick? That was right on the edge of the box. It looks like a free kick on the edge of the box. Hopefully not the penalty, but that was very close to the line on the edge of the 18-yard area. And if it's inside, that's a penalty, folks, as you all know. Referees conferring with the linesman. You're right, Defoe already sprinted away and took off, didn't he?
Yeah, Chattanooga a little too concerned with the no call and
4
took off.
He did, didn't he? They were looking at that, and not following play.
And then he did a really good job to stay onside.
Yeah, it's like the referee is having a long talk with the Chattanooga FC defence, but it's so that's going to be a free kick right on the edge of that line. If it had been 6 inches the other side of the line, that would have been a penalty. So it was that close.
Right on it.
Wow, it's right on the line. I mean, you can't get closer than that. They can't really score from that angle easily, but it's a dangerous place for any kind of free kick that close in. So let's see if Asheville have worked on this before. Everybody's in the Chattanooga FC half. Asheville really pressing here. In the box and pushed away nicely. Stephen Rocker pushing it away there. So Asheville get a throw, but that's not nearly as dangerous as the free kick. So crisis averted, as they say.
That was dangerous.
It was, wasn't it?
If you're Asheville, you have to be impressed with the time of possession that they've had.
Absolutely, they've had really 2/3 it, would you say, or 60-40?
I would say about 2/3. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been good. So again, the cross didn't come to anything, but Asheville getting in the space to make the cross. Winning a lot of those balls in the air too. Zeka trying to come forward. Looks like he was fouled here. And the referee's giving that kick Chattanooga's way.
So the physicality continues.
Yeah, more free kicks than we've seen for quite a while. Which kind of stops the teams getting a rhythm going too if there are a lot of free kicks in stoppage time. I think the referees will earn their money tonight. I'm trying to come down the wing, it goes out though, and ends up being another goal kick to Asheville. Yeah, so the Asheville defence being strong there, not letting those go away for a corner.
And we know Asheville is more rested than Chattanooga is. Chattanooga played last Saturday. Asheville played their last game May 19th in their win over Atlanta.
Right.
Is that going to be a big issue in this game? I know Chattanooga looked really good in warm-ups, but
right. Well,
just being fresher, does that change anything?
It does help. Then they've got that long journey, a 4-hour drive to get here. So there's a lot of sitting down with the coach and not really moving around a lot. So that can, give you tight muscles too. So there's the travel factor and there's the freshness factor. So, but yeah, both teams are still looking pretty good so far. Nobody's looking tired or putting up. But like you said, later in the game we'll probably come back to that and see if it does make a difference. Yeah, out for the throw to Chattanooga. Sanchez looking up for someone to get things moving. Again, Asheville, that long ball.
And they only have two forwards in the game.
They do.
So this is really, that long ball is really trying to get those guys involved.
It is, that's what they're trying to do, is to set them off, to use their speed to break away from the defenders. Now it's another throw again. Wish Chattanooga think should have gone their way, but it didn't.
Lima disagrees.
He does, doesn't he? And now free kick Chattanooga's way. We'd just like to thank our sponsors here right now. This live stream today is brought to you by Fox 61, who are taking care of our live stream tonight. Thank you guys at Fox 61 for your support. And these long balls ending up in headers and a lot of throw-ins being given. No real rhythm going yet, is there, Keon? It's just a bit...
No, and I wonder
stuttery.
how much the physicality has to do with that. We have so many of these free kicks.
Yeah. Nobody's really, you know, strung a move together yet properly.
No, not really. It's kind of hard to.
Chattanooga getting another free kick.
And it seems to be equally physical in both
It
directions.
does, actually, yeah. No team's got an advantage yet. Chattanooga deep in the box. Asheville ready to push it away. Chattanooga winning the header. Ball's back in play, and we got an injury. Looks like Nafor got the knock.
Another mid-air collision.
Another mid-air collision again with a header. Looks like Check and Nafor, not for the first or last time, getting together too closely.
Looks like N4 gets the worst of it this time.
He does, doesn't he? So...
We face our old foe, the New Orleans Jesters, this Saturday.
So yeah, just to remind you, next Saturday, 7:30 Eastern, we are entertaining the New Orleans Jesters. They're coming up here all the way from New Orleans to play us. That's always a great game, and we would like everyone's support for that game in the stadium. So if you have no plans for this 3-day weekend, spend your Saturday night here. That's the best thing you will see probably all weekend. That'll be a great game. After that, if you miss it, well, no more games after that until the third week in June, I think. Let me check the schedule, but I think that's our last home game for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it'll be a while, so you better get in while the getting's good, while there's soccer to be seen.
Absolutely. Well, that's what we say, you know.
Especially if you're not at the game tonight.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I say Saturday we've got New Orleans Jesters. Then we're away for 5 games, starting on May the 30th in Knoxville, June the 2nd returning to Asheville. June the 9th at Greenville, then June the 13th at Nashville, and June the 16th back at New Orleans Jesters. So the next home game is June the 20th. So if you don't come this Saturday, you've got nearly a month to wait until there's some great soccer back at Finley Stadium. So I don't want to influence your plans. Well, okay, I do. But yeah, get here on Saturday and see us play the New Orleans Jesters and enjoy some great CFC football. Looks like we're about ready to get going again. The 4 got some treatment, players got some water, and play will go on. Strawn Check is still off getting a look from the coaching staff. He may have had a hard knock too on the head. So Chattanooga playing with 10 men right now. Oh, good serve. Costa tripped. That should be a yellow card. A blatant trip from Costa from number 24. That was terrible.
Yeah,
Brady
just stuck his leg out.
Just stuck his leg out. I mean, that's got to be a card. There we go.
Yep.
First card of the night.
That's what happens. I mean,
no surprise.
You want to play defense with your body. He got beat and just stuck his foot out there.
Yeah, he did. So that's... That was an unnecessary foul already because he wasn't the last defender. There were others behind him, but there we go.
It started with a brilliant defensive play by Costa.
Okay. Looks like Strawn Check's ready to go back on, but I think they'll get this free kick taken by Hernandez. Lofted in the box. Again, Asheville first to the ball with these, using their height. Hernandez all the way back to Croucher. He's going to send it deep for Sanchez. Another offside called.
Chattanooga trying to use that deep ball strategy against Asheville now.
They are, yeah. Now, Asheville are good at playing the offside trap, and that's working for them. trying to get away from the ball, get outnumbered. Winter setting Costa off. Can't control, a little bit too strong there.
Lucky bounce
It
though.
was, still falls to Costa. Good pass, Valenciano. Okay. Oh, nobody there on the end of the pass. Nash, Asheville are hoofing away. Chattanooga's starting to put a bit of pressure on now.
Looking for that first shot on goal still.
Luke getting ahead on it, but again a foul called. Luke and Brady Blackwell getting together there a bit. Luke is do what he wants to be, so he never holds back from a challenge. That's why he's a good striker.
It's just a certain mentality you have to have.
What do you do? It's what led Charlie Clark to his goal on Saturday against Knoxville. He was not quitting and he got that goal as a result. It's a bit too long there for Chattanooga. Trickles out for an Asheville throw.
But since Chattanooga's been kicking more deep balls, they've gotten more opportunities.
They have.
They've been in the box a whole lot more.
They've started taking the game to Asheville, not sitting back. Walker to Winter, Hernandez, oh, keeper can't hold it, Hernandez again, but pushed away. No, that's the first action from Chattanooga. Ron Hernandez getting the shot on the keeper and he can't get hold of it, so out for the throw to Chattanooga. That's a little better.
And here comes the pressure.
Yeah. In the box again, just a little bit too high for the Chattanooga strikers. Hernandez gathering it up, trying to get back in, going for the byline, pushed out, and this time with a corner. So Chattanooga still keeping the pressure on.
And Hernandez doing a good job of doing it.
That's what he does. He's the engine in the middle of the Chattanooga FC team, really. Comes the corner, deep in the box. Keeper's first to it. Good save from the keeper. No problem there. Siegfried getting hold of that one very confidently. And apparently having a bit of a scrap with Valenciano.
Yep, temper's flaring.
Yeah, somebody's not happy. Pushing him in the back twice. That's probably a card offence.
Valenciano was on the ground and it looked like Siegfried was mad.
There we go. Yellow card for Siegfried. That's two for Asheville. That was totally unnecessary.
Looked like Siegfried thought that Valenciano was faking and just shoved him, and
He did, didn't he?
not necessary.
Absolutely not. There was no reason. He was not under pressure or anything. And Blackwell's getting a talking to as well from the referee. This is going to get very interesting tonight, Kieran. This is a game you don't want to tear yourself away from all this going on.
No, rivalry games. This is what they're about.
Well, this is exactly it. So this is what makes soccer so great, when there is this edge to the game. Referees still want to talk to Siegfried and say it's not a kick. It's you got to play it out.
That's an interesting call.
Wasn't it? As we've said before, the referee sees things that other people don't. And hold on.
I guess they reversed it.
Now they did see something everybody else saw, and it was a Chattanooga throw. See, sometimes they see things we don't, and we wonder why. Back in the play from Sanchez to Hernandez. And Asheville dispossessed. Bruno de Freitas trying to get away down that wing, but getting frustrated each time.
It's a good move by Valenciano.
Yep. Again. Back into play quickly from Hernandez. Seeing Winter free. Winter trying to go for the ball. Winter goes down in the box, still in play. Referee says no foul.
Chattanooga trying to use the same move that Asheville did against them.
Well, that's it, yeah.
And 4 got away earlier, and
all they have to do really is, if they want to pressure the keeper and make him get a second yellow card, he'll be off. So they could use that as well. Well, you know, when a player gets a yellow card, they're often more hesitant to tackle so hard next time, but that could be the Chattanooga's advantage, especially with the goalkeeper having the yellow card. And the forward twisting, turning, trying to get something going. Valenciano up to the job and clears it. Very good clearance. Gets it away. Luke Winter trying to get the ball back. Asheville flooding forward again. Using their speed, and not enough speed because it went out for a goal kick.
That's great defense by Chattanooga.
Yep, that was. Good on both sides of the box.
Asheville reversed fielding. The defense reversed right with them.
And Soren still suffering from that knock he got, the challenge with DeFore in the middle of the field. And I think they may be getting ready to take him off. He's still not quite himself. I think they are. So Soren has to check number 24 coming off. So number 21, Damien Gona coming on in defence. First substitution for Chattanooga FC in the 33rd minute. Still 0-0. I think the first goal we get is going to really open this game up, Keon. I think once that happens, there'll be a lot more goals. But
first goal is going to be important.
It is.
You don't want to be the team to have to score second.
Right.
Not in this one.
No, it's that as soon as one comes, I think we're going to see a whole lot one after the other. Trying to come forward. A bit more patient this time, not trying to go for the speed, trying to get the ball through. Andrade trying that long ball, it didn't come off. Chattanooga slowing things down a little bit. Asheville giving the ball away there. Luke Winter picking it up. Chattanooga trying to get something going.
I think Hernandez caused the pressure on that.
I think so.
Bad pass.
There's DeForce free. Is he going to get the shot in? Oh, and just dispossessed in the box. Very tidily. That was a nice tackle. Wow. Almost like a back heel tackle.
Comes a deep ball to Costa.
Yeah, that was really, really good.
Costa's going to get away.
Here he goes. In space, who's across there? Oh, that's right through the box. No one on the end of it. What a good move. No one there to receive it. He played it behind the attackers. They come in a bit too quick. Good move from Chattanooga.
Zeka tried to turn around and get it, but was just a bit behind him.
Yeah, it was behind them. Yeah, they were just coming in a bit too fast. Asheville happy to get away with that, and nothing worse than a throw-in. Steven down the middle, trying to go into space. Costa again on this wing, makes the turn, in he goes, gets the shot. Oh, it's still free, still in play. Asheville coming away with it. Again, that could have been dangerous. Andrade's trying to come through, but it's back to Croucher. Good defending from Sanchez, he's been all over the field tonight. Costa's really using his speed tonight.
Yeah, Costa's turning up the pressure
He
offensively.
really is.
What's been the key to Chattanooga's counterattack? Because it seems to have opened up here in the last 10 minutes or so.
It's been speed and it's been accurate passing. Costa's done most of the work, but it's been looking for space, some intelligent running off the ball too, which is so important in this game. It's not the player with the ball, it's the ones around him off the ball who are making targets for him or being in the right position to receive the ball or to make an interception. So I think it's been communications come back for sure. And then there's been just some intelligent use of space to maximise what they've got, because Asheville using their speed and coming in to close things down. So again, there it is, using space just a little too strong for Luke Winter, but the right idea, that's what they're trying to do. And again, it's that long ball. They're copying Asheville's tactic and using a bit more the long ball rather than the on-the-ground pass. They're using it in the air.
And it's almost funny because at this point they're using it more than Asheville is using it, and Asheville was the one that started it.
Well, that's it. They're copying it to better effect.
Sort of anything you can do, I can do better.
Very much. So again, that's the right idea, but Costa in the wrong place to receive that one. Oh, and a bit of a harsh tackle there. Referee waves play on. Asheville trying to find Defoe and runs it out for a goal kick. Feliciano got quite a knock on the ankle there. The referee's finally coming over to check on him. Getting a lot of pushing, a lot of physicality there in the attack.
Yeah, I mean, you can't call all of them.
Well, you can't, no. Defoe and Burmeister trying to come forward together, mainly Defoe, but again, Asheville trying to find that slot to get the ball through, and Chattanooga I think they're finally finding out how they're playing, and they're able to anticipate it better. That's a nice move. Hernandez in the middle, unmarked. Costa on his own again. They're leaving Costa too much space. Now they've got two on him, but they started off with nobody there at all. And
he's a dangerous thing to do.
And he's feeding the ball intelligent, not just trying to go for the shot. He's being intelligent and passing it back to somebody in space. And it's 2-on-1. Emerson Lima using his experience gained from playing almost in every country of the world at this stage to flick it out and just to get rid of the risk.
Where's Lima been?
He's been to Eastern Europe, Latin America, he's been to Asia, he's played all over, so he brings a lot of experience to the team.
And we got the chance to talk to Bill Elliott, the head coach of Chattanooga FC, before the game, and he talked about playing his more experienced group of 11 guys to start the game.
Right. Well, certainly Lima's one of them at 31. He's certainly the most experienced and the senior on the team, but that's good to have someone with that experience to share. Again, there goes Costa trying to make that break.
A little too much room again.
A little bit of room, but he's trying to get away. And he's making them play it out for a throw-in. Yep. He's giving number 5 a run for his money. Luke Matthews, making him sweat.
Yeah.
Now for an Asheville throw. 40 minutes played, we've got 5 minutes of regulation. There'll probably be quite a bit of time for stoppages too added on after this. But still 0-0 as we cart towards half time. A goal at this point would be a big deal for either team. To go in at half time with the lead is always a good feeling.
Chattanooga looks like they're close to cracking the code of how to get in the box and get chances to score on Asheville.
I think you're right. If they can get those last passes to connect, they'll have it. But Asheville are very good in the defence and they're quick to anticipate what's going on. Here come Chattanooga again. Valenciano's recovered from his knock. Chattanooga pushing everybody back into Asheville's half. Asheville getting it away again. Getting the deflection, the 4 being chased down the field, and Croucher may have tackled him. The referee's given the free kick for sure. Yeah, is she going to get the card out too? Croucher came in pretty hard.
No card though.
Well, not yet. The referee's having a word about that. Let's see if she decides to keep the cards in the pocket or get them out. But she's telling him he can't do that, and I think he knows that, but he's pretending he doesn't, of course, as you have to do. And he's getting a card too. So both the goalkeepers are on yellow cards tonight. That's something you don't often see.
That's how you know that it's been an aggressive game.
Yeah,
today.
really. Wow. Okay.
Again, another one of these just outside of the box.
Yeah, again, another dangerous place. And Asheville had quite a few of these dangerous ones where they could nick a goal from these close-in free kicks, but so far haven't even been able to get close to the keeper. Actually, the defence has pushed him away each time.
It does seem to be a side effect of Chattanooga's offense, which has been really aggressive, and then the counter with N4.
Yes,
he's dangerous alone.
he really is. I'm surprised they haven't actually put 2 defenders on him rather than 1, but at the moment they haven't. So,
Well, they did the last time he got away. And that's
but
when
this time he
Lima got
was
away, but-
able to streak away on his own.
Yeah,
So,
they just weren't able to react fast
This
enough.
coming Saturday, we'll be back here against New Orleans. Come back out and see us on Saturday here at Philly Stadium.
having a slight hiatus here while the
New Orleans Jesters.
referee talks to the players and tells them to hurry up. Oh no! Now she's giving him another yellow card for dissent because he's arguing with her, and that becomes a red card. That's something you don't see very often.
No.
The Chattanooga players are arguing with the linesman and the referee, and she apparently is giving him a second yellow card, which is something you don't see. That tells me, Keon, she may be in danger of losing control of the game when they have to start bringing out the cards this early. It means they're trying to get a grip on the game and failing. Nick Croucher not happy about that and suggesting the linesman has very poor eyesight. And
So explain how a dissent call works, because
a dissent call is when the player just talks back to the referee and doesn't accept the ruling and says, no, you're wrong, and continues to argue and argue and argue, and maybe says a bad word to them or something, and that's dissent to the referee, because you're supposed to respect the referee, the position, and the judgment of the referee. So one for the foul and one for the dissent. So chance for Tom Housel to come on after his injury. As you can see, Tom's recovered from his knock he had a couple of weeks ago against the Sounders, and he's back and fit and ready to play. So
you can see the bruise on his
Luke
neck.
Winter is also coming off. There, another substitution there. So this is interesting. This is something you don't see in a shot. And Asheville, after all that, wasted it and put it over the bar. So Chattanooga get a chance to reset. There'll be a lot of extra time here, folks, maybe 5 minutes or more as we catch up. And the fans in the stadium not happy with the referee at all. It's been confirmed there will be 5 minutes of extra time. So anything can happen. I think it already has. It's going to happen again.
This would be the game for it to happen.
Really would, so far.
Chattanooga has entirely flipped the script on time of possession, though. This
Right.
last 20 minutes, I'd say.
Hernandez trying to make something happen here. He's got support, outnumbered by 3 Asheville defenders who are able to clear it and give the ball away for a throw, which is a bit clumsy.
Kick went to the backside of
Yeah, I
one
know.
of the Asheville players and bounced out of bounds.
A little bit clumsy. Alright, let's see if Chattanooga can do something with this throw. We're going to take a long throw into the box. Still bobbling around up in the air. Sanchez on it. Asheville clearing. Lima. Back to Sanchez. To Wholesale. Tommy Housel able to get that away. Asheville trying to intercept again. Sanchez poofing it away. Now it's Asheville's turn to come forward and try and make something happen.
Keep an eye on Elma in 4.
I think that's good advice. For everybody, players and us.
Right. And everybody watching at home.
Oh, yes. Valenciano trying to get that ball okay going for it, but hoofed away by Asheville again. They're trying to make something happen, but all he does is make it go out for a throw-in. It sounds like a cliche, but the crowd really is on its feet for this game down in the stadium tonight. It's edge of the seat stuff right now.
We're in extra time in the first half. It's been chippy and back and forth.
It really has.
Chattanooga's had some real chances to score.
Asheville have had quite a few, but haven't managed to make them connect yet. They've had shots, but they haven't really stretched the goalkeeper too much. Another Asheville player there. The referee keeps play going.
Christian Moore Cowell.
I think he's getting up. Chattanooga being forced back in their own half a bit here. And the forward trying to steal the ball away. And the referee calls a foul on him for that. A little bit impetuous.
Well, you can tell he's a little bit frustrated. I think
Right.
Asheville has had some really good chances. They just haven't been able to capitalize.
That's right. So yeah, you see the frustration there, especially after they played those 2 games against the Silverbacks and the Georgia Revolution, and came out of those in good shape. And they're finding this is not as easy, so they're probably getting frustrated with that. It's not as easy for them to overcome Chattanooga. And that's a very short 5 minutes of extra time, but the referee has blown for the first half. That was more like about 2 minutes, but oh well. However, great first half, Keon. Lots of drama. Yellow cards a go-go. Shots on goal. Lots of physicality. Really a very exciting game to watch. Still 0-0, so it's extremely tight. So the second half really could go any way, couldn't it?
It really can. I think that Chattanooga's really close to finding themselves in scoring position. So it'll be interesting to see how that develops as the game continues.
And I expect Asheville will get a break and may score from a break. They're looking at individual skills rather than team play to get that first goal. So you may see that Asheville break away in Nafor or Burmeister gets the goal on their own. However, as you've seen in the first half, anything can happen. So in the second half, I'd expect more of the same. Probably a few more yellow cards too. So we're going to take a short break and catch our breath. 15 minutes away from the second half. If you want to do the same, we'll be back in 15 minutes to tell you what's going on. But right now, 0-0, Chattanooga SC against Asheville City here at this beautiful Finley Stadium tonight. So don't go away. We'll be back in 15 minutes. We'll see you then. And we're back for the second half, folks. Hope you stayed with us and enjoyed the first half and got a little rest there after that exciting first half. Still 0-0, but wow, the scoreline doesn't tell the story of that game. Lots of drama, several yellow cards, 4 so far I think, but 2 for the Chattanooga keeper, Nick Croucher, who was sent off and had to be replaced by Tommy Housel. So lots of drama. This second half is really going to be exciting, Keon. What are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking forward to seeing Chattanooga get some more shots on goal. They've been able to be in the box and they've been able to get at Asheville. They just haven't been able to convert that into shots on goal or any goals really, but I feel like it's going to happen. I mean, just the way that they've been playing it.
I'm pretty sure it's going to happen the way both teams are attacking the game and each other. There should be some goals in this one, and say as soon as that first goal goes in, it's going to be a deluge, I'm sure, from there. But yeah, it's been an exciting first half, and Asheville were pretty keen to get playing again. They came out of the locker room a lot longer before Chattanooga FC did, and were on the field a good 5 to 6 minutes ahead, and told me they're excited to keep the momentum going and to make something out of this. So the teams changed sides for the second half, and Chattanooga playing from left to right in the dark blue with the light blue shorts. Asheville, of course, in their chain strip of all white.
Chattanooga playing with 10 men because of the 2 yellow cards to Nick Croucher.
That's right. So they took off Luke Winter to give them the man they had to give up, so they could bring on another goalkeeper. So Tom Housel's getting a start again, which he may not be expecting quite so soon after his injury, but here he is again.
And he looks good to go in warm-ups. Coach Elliott, I think, would prefer that he rests some more, but
yeah, that's not an option.
No, it's not. His number got called, and so he's here.
The referee's calling someone else, probably for the throw not being taken in the right place. We'll see what kind of a game the referee has too.
She's got an uphill battle ahead of her here with the,
I'm afraid so.
The physicality in the game.
Yeah. Asheville going for the long ball. Sanchez back to Housel.
Trying to take away M4 and his speed from Asheville.
Right. Okay, they're out muscle on the near side. Asheville using all their physical strength on this.
Good header there.
It was good, wasn't it? Zeka trying to make something happen there. But again, Asheville being a bit too quick. Asheville slowing play down a little bit. Just regrouping.
Do you think it'll be harder for Chattanooga to be as aggressive now that they have one less man on the field?
It's always harder. You can't risk exposing yourself too much. And it does make you more defensive. If they're going to play with just the one striker, it makes it harder too. I think this would be a good time to bring on some young legs, perhaps. Chattanooga, they had brought on Charlie Clark, number 15 up front, so Charlie's always keen to get on the score sheet, so that could be what they need. But Asheville playing that back four still, so Charlie's got a lot of work to do on his own to make a breakthrough. Looks like he came on to replace Valenciano.
That's cleared by Lima. Hernandez is going to take this one.
Sheehan trying to get through. He's just overcrowded by the Asheville players who do a good job of defence there.
Yeah, the whole geometry of this game has changed a whole lot.
It has a bit, isn't it? Just taking off one man does make a lot of difference. Asheville trying to get on the near side here. Ball's a little too strong and the referee's calling out for a goal kick. Actually it's calling a foul, so he's actually an offside back there, so it wasn't a goal kick. It was Tom House with few less yards to kick the ball.
Kind of a tongue twister.
It was for me. Too many Diet Cokes, that's what it is. I'm noticing Asheville being first to these balls in the air too. They're using their height. They're quite a tall team at the back, aren't they? And they are using that to their advantage.
They are, and you actually, when you get down at eye level, you can really see the height difference.
Yeah,
this
it's
team
hard.
brings.
It's hard to see from up here when you're watching on the TV. I agree, everything's a bit compressed, but when you're down in the field, and we are hoping to bring you the camera on the field for some games in the future where you can see that and really appreciate the height difference in the players. So that'll be a new feature in some upcoming broadcasts. A little more subdued this half so far, Keon. Both teams a little less attack-minded.
Yeah, we can kind of understand why Chattanooga's not going to be as aggressive, but Asheville's playing it a little safe too.
Mm-hmm. That long ball again. Sanchez up to it, Hernandez clearing it. Zeka trying to keep things moving. Gaona to Bouquet. Bouquet outnumbered by 3, trying to get past him with his speed. and succeeding, but then drawing a foul as the Asheville defender simply gets in his way. It's the wrong way of doing it, I guess. Just block it with your body.
Yeah. Still, he turned on the jets there, Bouquet, and
Didn't he just?
flew past a couple of defenders.
Again, there's a long ball trying to set Asheville off there.
Great defense by Lima again.
And this 4 is not getting the service he wants, and he's a little bit frustrated by that too.
That's an interesting matchup, actually. Lima versus N4.
Right.
They have been battling all day, and for the most part, Lima's gotten the better of them.
Well, there's that experience that is why Lima's on the team, because he's got that. Zeka trying to come through and just runs out of space. But, trying to use his speed against the defence there. Both teams are going for that lone striker thing rather than building up an attack. They both set a lone striker off. So far it's not come to anything, but it's been close a couple of times. Again, long ball. Andrade trying to make something on the far side with that, but Chattanooga get the defence back. Here he comes again. He's quick.
He is quick. That's a great move there.
Nice little dummy. Charge down, out for a corner to Asheville by Chattanooga's defence charging that one down. Everybody's in the last third of the field here. Even the Asheville goalkeeper's come up a little bit too far.
See if Asheville can do anything with this corner, because I mean they've had a number of even goal kicks that have been pretty close, and they haven't been able to turn those into
correct.
shots.
Yeah. They haven't really stretched the keeper. If they had a shot, it's gone over, and that one's bouncing around and cleared away. That was definitely threatening. Chattanooga defence quickly cleared that one away, but it was loose in the box for a few seconds, and that can be extremely dangerous.
It looked like Rocco was able to get his foot on it and get it out of there.
Zeka hoofs it away. Gives Chattanooga some breathing space. Both teams get to reset their formation a little bit. Asheville getting ready to make a substitution in a moment. Bringing on their number 10, Tom Dealey. This is their danger man who scored in their first 2 games of the season. So see what he brings to the game. See who they take out. So it'll be a striker for a striker. they're taking out Burmeister for Dealey. So, striker for striker. Let's see what their fresh legs could do. And see if Coach Bill Elliott for Chattanooga decides to return the favour and bring in a striker too.
As he might do that, or he might choose to stick with his more experienced squad now that they have fewer guys.
Well, he may do that. It's a dilemma. I mean, if they're holding up well, then and they've got a good rhythm going, then you might want to be tempted to leave him alone. But if you're looking to score a goal, then a fresh pair of legs can make a difference. Quick break from the free kick there. Chattanooga trying to come through. Costa getting the ball across. It's loose in the box. No, does not cross the line.
Just
no, two
Hernandez.
shots, one after the other. Wow, that was good from Chattanooga.
And that's as good as you're going to get. Siegfried was on the ground.
He was. Yeah. Charlie Clark and Juan Hernandez getting shots in there after Costa came in from the far side.
The usual suspects for Chattanooga.
Well, that's right. That was really quite dangerous out of almost nothing. Asheville trying to come through. Lima stretching with the ball and getting it.
Damien keeps it in.
Bouquet setting Clark off, still onside. Clark's got Costa. Here's Costa. Touches the ball. Oh!
Just high.
Oh, an inch over the bar. What a good move. Suddenly Chattanooga looking extremely dangerous. Great move from Charlie Clark there. Set free down the wing, crosses it for Costa.
Like I said, the geometry changed and
It did.
Chattanooga had to figure out how to get past Asheville again, and it looks like they figured it
I
out.
think they just got it. We played 1 hour, folks, still 0-0, but very close to some goals. Now the four's trying to come forward again, outpaced by Lima. But 0-0 after an hour. I would have expected more goals before now, but I think they are close to coming. Sneaks out. Linesman didn't spot it even though we did. Asheville still giving him play.
Just about every fan on the side saw it too.
Well, they saw it too, but again, we're not on the field. Asheville using the full width of the pitch here, trying to come in from different angles. And going across a little bit too long. Not too much on that one. Crossed it deep. Again, Tom Housel says no problem, picks it out of the air and calms everything down. Chattanooga have got a couple of strikers warming up on the back of the field over here. So we may see some substitutions soon. That was not a good pass. Ashley would make something of it, but Bouquet's there to tackle it and brought down the line right in front of the Chattanooga bench.
He shoved him.
He was shoved and the referee's giving the foul to Asheville, even though they fouled Bouquet. Interesting decision. Not the last we will see tonight, I'm sure.
It's not the first, and it definitely won't be the last.
The referee's seeing a different game than other people perhaps tonight. And talking of vision, we'd just like to thank Fox 61 WDSI TV for sponsoring the stream tonight. Thank you, Fox TV, for helping us make this stream possible tonight. Another substitution for Asheville. Number 37 coming on. Keon, who's that?
Nathan Watt, midfielder.
A midfielder. Okay. So feeling a bit of pressure in the midfield there. Taking off number 24, Brady Blackwell, who's had a good game so far. Again, Chattanooga trying to come through. Set them off. Hernandez trying to get through. Just blocked by the defence from Asheville there, but almost got contact and went through into the box to shoot. Trying to get something going, but again there's Lehman, head it away. Hernandez. Zeka trying to come through and the pass is intercepted again. Come Asheville on the far side. Trying to make something happen. But, rolls out for a goal kick to Chattanooga.
Lima's been all over the place on defense, hasn't he?
In every game he is. He's everywhere. Chattanooga trying to come through. Asheville having a struggle to clear it.
Should be a throw-in for Chattanooga.
It's a throw for Chattanooga on the far side. Asheville trying to keep it and not give away a corner. Flicking it away. Sanchez on that far side all the way back to Halsell, keeping it safe. The four chasing, but Halsell not fazed by that. Good long ball there from Gaona, but doesn't come to anything. He's a little frustrated with that. Another offside call. Costa called offside by the linesman there. It was close. He almost got away from the offside trap, but Asheville playing that very well. If he gets away, he's going to be so dangerous.
Yeah, one-on-one, him versus Siegfried. I'm going to put my money on
I'll put it on Costa every time. So let's hope we get to see that. So still 0-0 at 67 minutes. But you've got a feeling a goal is almost any second.
It certainly feels that way.
Chattanooga giving away a corner there. They're giving Asheville opportunity to make something of this. And again, everybody's up in the last third of the field for this corner. Here he comes. It's a low one. Nicely headed away. And the danger is diffused. Asheville will get a throw.
Chattanooga's been really good in those situations.
They have. Oh, and a mistimed tackle there from Zeka.
It looks like he gave him a knee right to the thigh.
I think he did. Number 12 for
Lucas Joyner.
Lucas Joyner took a knock. Lucas Joyner from Macon, Georgia. Definitely.
CFC yellow card to number 9.
And that does draw a yellow card for Zeka. It was a bit of a mistimed challenge. I think it was malicious, just happened to be, just got it in the wrong place at the wrong time. Joyner's getting looked at by the coaching staff. Make sure he's okay. And Asheville over the free kick.
Joyner looks like he's coming out of the game.
Does, doesn't he? Yeah, Asheville preparing a substitution here. Swing into the box. Hernandez there. Steals it away and clears it on his own. Excellent play. In fact, gives Charlie Clark a chance to break. So again, end-to-end stuff, as they like to say in all the best football commentaries. The referee's calling a foul there, I think, for that knock in the defence. So getting ready to make the substitution, which is not going to happen just yet, or is she?
Hector Gutierrez coming into the game here.
I assume he's replacing Joyner, who got the knock.
Looks like he's replacing Boland, actually.
Oh, it's Boland, okay. So obviously it wasn't as bad a knock then. It is, you're right. A defender, is that a defender? Yeah,
Yes.
Boland, the defender from Scotland, coming off. They're a bit concerned about Chattanooga's attack. They bring on a fresh defender.
Well, they have actually been surprisingly successful.
Yeah.
It started the half kind of slow, but once they got going, they've gotten a number of pretty good shots on goal.
Right. Asheville playing it tight on the far side, trying to get space to get the cross in. Here it comes. And Ford gets to it, but pushed it away. Asheville trying again to come in with something. Going on the left side now, crossing the ball, goes low. Nothing doing. Chattanooga clearing it. Housel able to grab that and take it away from the oncoming striker.
That's the most passing we've seen Asheville do in a while, and honestly, they were so successful with it. I'm surprised they haven't done that more often in this game.
I have too, because their passing game is pretty good, but they've been going with the long ball instead of going on the passing game. Again, it's a weak pass from Hernandez. There's a knock connecting for Chattanooga. Hernandez trying to come through. Valencia. Oh, can't get that last pass to work. Here it is. There it is. Yes. Oh no! There it is. 1-0. Chattanooga.
That goal needed all the accuracy he could muster, and he found it.
Charlie Clark scoring from the amazingly acute angle, and it takes a deflection off the far post into the back of the net. 1-0. Chattanooga.
I thought it was a pass at first.
It did look like a pass, didn't it, across the face, but he saw the gap and he was able to steer it in. Charlie Clark on the score sheet once again in the 73rd minute.
He loves to score, doesn't he?
Oh gosh, yes. He really does. So, That set the game alight now. 1-0 to Chattanooga. We knew that was coming, and almost out of nothing again, Charlie Clark steals a goal.
How good does that feel? You're a man down and you're still
and you're still leading. That's got to be a buzz for Chattanooga. The crowd loved it. Absolutely lit the crowd up. And
it's interesting because against Detroit City FC in the preseason, to tie that game, it was Charlie again, and they had 10 men that time too.
That's right. It doesn't seem to affect them that much. Other teams do play a bit weaker with 10 men, but CFC don't seem to be bothered about it. They keep going, and the referee calls a foul on Zeka instead of. But still, that you can play the advantage. She calls play back, which is a little strange. And we've got a man down the far side for Chattanooga with cramp. Looks like maybe Hernandez. No, not Hernandez. He's in the middle. My apologies. Somebody's got cramp. It is. Oh, it's Costa. All that running. All right, Cameron Woodfin's coming on in the Chattanooga attack. Looks like he's replacing Costa, who's got that cramp. So number 2, Cameron Woodfin, who helped with the assist at the weekend. But Costa coming off, very popular player with the fans tonight. He has run his socks off. So Chattanooga going with the aggressive attack, not sitting on the attack, on the win, on the lead, and saying we'll just put in the defender and we'll sit tight on 1-0.
And Costa coming out of the game, you have to give him a lot of credit for being the one to open all of this up.
Well, you're quite right, he did. So what do we got next? Chattanooga not going to hold back now, and that means that Asheville will have to play twice as hard to get back in the game. Look at man unmarked there.
Very good defensive play by Damien.
Damien Gona has to come in there and streak across. They left that number 3 on the far side totally unmarked. That was not good from Chattanooga FC because they left him far too much space on this side. Made him a target man. So corner to Asheville. Playing it deep, very deep, headed back. Oh, it looks like they got an equaliser.
Yep,
they did.
That angle there was hard to see for me, but yeah.
It was, wasn't it?
It's a dangerous place to be. Chattanooga giving up a lot of those corner kicks.
Yep. And Asheville finally making it pay off. So, number 4 there, getting the goal. That's Jamie Smith.
Yeah.
All the way from the West Midlands in England. So, an interesting equaliser.
But we see this often. You get one team scores, the other team answers.
Well, that's right. Only a couple of minutes apart, too. Yep, 4 minutes apart. So, one each. Asheville and Chattanooga FC. So now we've got a game on. We've got another 12 minutes of regulation time to go. Let's see what we got. I know there's a lot of tired legs out there, so we'll see if they've got enough energy to finish the game and get us another goal. Asheville focusing on possession right now. Interesting decision there. Zeka definitely the one the ball went off, and the referee's giving a throw to Chattanooga. So again, different view from ours.
It's tough to understand exactly what calls they're going to make.
I know. Oh well.
You can certainly do worse.
Absolutely. Zeka using a lot of skill there, trying to set Charlie Clark off again. Charlie ducking and diving. Look at that. And wins the throw-in on the near side. Good skill. Even the coach Asheville applauds that. Long throw from Chattanooga. Okay on the far side. Crosses it. Handball in the box, I think, but no, referee doesn't give it. And Zeka in front of the goal there with a clear striking opportunity, and just slashes it to the left, and he just knows he missed a golden chance there. Hangs his head in shame. So it looked like a handball from the defence there.
Might have gotten away with one.
I think they did. Have to look at the replay on that one and see what happened. Lima shielding the ball to go out for a goal kick.
Savvy veteran move.
Absolutely. Clark streaking through, trying to get there. And the Asheville defence able to hook it away. But giving the ball to Zeka, and he gets barged over, but the referee says play on. And it's a Chattanooga corner on the near side under the Chatahooligans, and Cameron Woodfin stepping up to take that one. So we'll see what Cam's got. That's where he got the assist from the goal last weekend.
Well, you said the floodgates were going to open up.
I hope so. It's another goal from Chattanooga. Woodfin in, doesn't get much on it. Ball still bouncing around, and Ash will push it away. Andrade gives it a big hoof. It runs out for a throw. So we've got another substitution for Asheville coming up.
Now entering the game for Asheville, number 18, Silas Strada.
Number 18 for Asheville coming on. It's like the back of his shirt, Yamadar, but it could
Sivash
be
Yamadar.
Yamadar, there you go, I got one right. How about that? Taking off Andrade there. He's had a lot of running tonight. He's obviously tired from doing so much running and not getting a result out of it too. Zeka back to Bouquet. Hernandez, Zeka gets a knock down and he's in pain, but play goes on. The referee is not paying attention to that at all, and Zeka's in a great deal of pain. The referee's not doing anything about that at all. Oh, she finally is. He really got a knock there. He got a twist on his leg, and looks like the Asheville defender's trod on his foot. Let's see what the referee's going to do here. Should be a free kick to Chattanooga.
That much we know.
And they're The referee's going to make them go back 10 yards, or about 10 yards. They didn't really measure it very well, but anyway, near enough. So, free kick on the edge of the, well, 25 yards out. It's going to the edge of the box, but it's not. Going for a direct shot. Oh, right over the top of the bar. Nice attempt there, but didn't come off. Sanchez trying to get on the score sheet there. Again, Asheville trying to come forward with those tired legs. See if they've got something in reserve here. And again, fouling as they get more tired and more frustrated.
Soccer fan, this is your last call for beer. If you are not the beer line, you are not going to be your last call for beer.
Oh no, a bad back pass and a 4 against Housel. Oh, good save. Housel puts his foot out, stops it.
Tommy Halsell, he's very healthy.
Tommy Salsa, he's spicy. Clearly he has recovered from the knock. Good save. That was a critical save from Halsell there.
And in case you were wondering how much that last injury had an effect on him, not really.
Not really, no. He's obviously back to normal strength. And thank goodness he is, because the 4 was clear on goal there. Chattanooga winning the ball in the air there. Zeka to Woodfin. Woodfin trying to find space, but a little bit slow and gets dispossessed. Again, Sanchez and Defoe having a bit of a ding-dong over there. Ball goes out, Chattanooga throw on the far side.
Now entering the game for checking in to number 11, Felipe.
So, substitution for Chattanooga. Familiar face, Felipe Oliveira coming on to replace Zeka. Fresh legs. And Felipe, a proven goal scorer every time he comes on. And he has about 5 or 6 minutes to prove himself. Let's see what he's got. Maybe those fresh legs will enable him to get around the Asheville defence and do something dramatic.
It's not a bad spot to be in if you're Chattanooga to have Charlie Clark and Oliveira come in.
Absolutely not. It's a good front line. Getting that long ball from Asheville. Trying to find space for the shot and not getting it. Still in the air. Chattanooga winning it again and again and again. Trying to clear it. There it goes, going and clearing it long. Charlie Clark getting close to the defence, making them make a move. Nice touch from Asheville. Can they get a shot? And a 4. Still on the 4. And dispossessed. He tries to go just a step too far.
Fur is very talented, but I think if you're Asheville, you'd love to see him pass the ball there.
And nice header from the referee there.
Oh no! The crowd lets out their frustration there.
Absolutely. Asheville trying to keep the pressure on in this last few minutes, ticking away of the end of the game. Tommy Housel urging the CFC players to go forward. Woodfin coming away with the ball. Getting the best of that one. Can he make a break? He's clear. Can he get around the defence? He's got a lot of players on him and not a lot of support. Back to Hernandez. Hernandez trying to settle the error free. Bobbles away, goes out for a Chattanooga corner in the last few minutes of regulation play. This is a dangerous place for a corner at the end of the game. Let's see if Chattanooga can make some magic happen in the last few minutes. Asheville making a quick substitution here. Bring on number 22, Dante Boba, who is about 7 foot tall. So we'll see how he does in the box. Asheville pushing it up in the air but not clearing it. Still bouncing around in the box. Trying to get away so Chattanooga can get a shot in, and the shot is blocked. Woodford shot blocked. Asheville trying to break. Hernandez there to win the ball in the air. Sanchez back to Lima. Lima taking a long shot. Bounces around, the keeper can't hold it, but
it wasn't a bad look.
Able to control it on the second attempt. In the 90th minute of regulation play, both teams want that goal. Chattanooga clearing the defence once again. Trying to set Charlie Clark off, that's a bit too long in for him. Both teams on the bench urging the players on the field to keep pushing upwards. Again, there's that long ball that Asheville like to play. Hooked across, but completely wasted and way behind the goal.
And actually, a goal kick might be a dangerous thing here if you're Asheville.
It might be.
Because Chattanooga's best chance of getting the ball up the field is a long kick.
Well, that's it. Waiting to find out how many minutes of extra time we'll play. There'll be quite a few, I'm sure. So 90 minutes is up. Now we're into extra time. Almost anything can happen in extra time, as we know. Asheville trying to come forward again. And referee signalling for
free kick.
I think a free kick, okay. I'm not sure that was a free throw or, you know, a back pass.
And a shoving match.
The referee shoving match is going on. The referee jumps in between them. I think she wants to do some shoving herself.
And she got pushed in the back.
She did, didn't she? Trying to separate them all. Obviously, there's a lot of tension in that field right now. All the players on both sides of the bench are up on their feet, urging their teammates on. Chattanooga trying to set for the free kick. Referee's still trying to get the players to sort themselves out. Having a bit of a struggle, isn't she? So they really don't want to listen to her at all.
Right.
They're really not interested in what she's got to say. So Asheville with the free kick. If they're going to have a shot, what are they going to do? Lob it in, try for the header, and Housel grabs it, says thank you. No problem there. The Asheville attack fizzles out. Back in the play, deep into the Asheville half. Back to Siegfried to pick it up and redistribute it. In the air, Housel always going to be the first one on those. Any ball in the air, Tommy's height always comes into play and he grabs that ball.
He can jump pretty high too.
He certainly can. Putting it deep in the Asheville half. It's up in the air. Again, Asheville trying to come forward. Driving those tired legs on. One more attack. Again, it's that long ball. Bad pass, Hernandez takes advantage of it. Hernandez and Clark. Hernandez bouquet running after it, but his legs are so tired. He's just like, oh, I'm not going to make that. Side legs, but Asheville defence the same way, and they push the ball out for a throw. Right under the nose of the Chattanooga. A very noisy place to be. Can Chattanooga make one more attack out of this throw-in? Daniel Gaona looking like getting ready for a long throw into the box. There it goes. Headed on, but no one on the end of it to get hold of it. Siegfried about to put it back into play. Those tired legs run again, but it's a bit too much for everybody, and that goes out for a goal kick to Chattanooga. Last few minutes of the game underway. Is there one more goal in this? And is it a Chattanooga goal? That's what we want to know.
Question of the day.
It really is. Woodfin trying to win that ball back, chasing it down. Asheville trying to come forward, trying to make something happen. So again, using that long ball, but Chattanooga are intercepting most of those now. The Chattanooga defence gather it up, and that's it. Referee blows the whistle. That's a 1-1 draw. Very close and hard to call, Keon. That was a very, very tight game.
It was, and you could tell the players really wanted it. They got aggressive, they got chippy, and they fought for everything. Nobody gave up an inch. You had to fight for everything that was gotten in this game.
Absolutely. A very tough game to referee and a tough game to, call who was going to win it. So 0-0 most of the way through, and then 2 goals within 4 minutes of each other.